Hey YouTube family, come and spend a day with me. Based on my last video on how my stomach was looking, I had to come unbig this back and flatten this stomach. Those that seen that video know exactly what I'm talking about. But for the newcomers, welcome to my page of fun. Trust me, you're going to laugh and you're also going to learn. So who am I? My name is Alicia Belton and I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for over 4 years. I am an ICU nurse that's currently on a 13-week travel assignment. However, this assignment specifically is a PCU/step-down assignment. As a traveler, one of the things you do a lot is float. Float, float, float. So every day you come to work, it could be a different day. Especially as an ICU nurse, you float everywhere. Anyway, overall, my workout was great. And let me tell y'all, this sweatsuit makes me feel good each and every time. Because the amount of sweat I be sweating, it's ridiculous. And I don't sweat this much without the sweatsuit. So definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. Get you a sweatsuit. Now it's time for me to go get these 12 hours in. As I was driving to go to work, look what I see. This cute little dog with his head out. Just living life, man. I need to be like you. It's crazy how animals get to be so free. Anyway, once I get into work, pick up my Visera, and then we go ahead and listen to Huddle. And then I go in the break room. And let me tell you, first thing I seen was some donuts that a family member brought in. You know, I had to turn my head around. So I put my lunch bag down and my bag down, and I get my supplies, which is my stethoscope, my report sheet clipboard, with my report sheets inside, of course, and my pen. Once I'm done, I go ahead and get report and round on each and every one of my patients. Then I go ahead and clean my nursing station and my area, of course, and then I go over my notes. And here are a few things that I look for when I'm going through my notes. These are very important. Of course, every day is different, and there are some days you won't have a chance to go through your notes in the beginning of your shift. But try your best to do that, only because if something happens in the beginning of your shift, you know everything you need to know about your patient and you're not looking crazy. Then I go ahead and give my meds. Usually I write my meds down on my report sheet paper, only because sometimes you go inside the Pyxis and you don't see that medication. So I like to have something to reference back to. Now it's time for me to drink some tea, because I always got to have tea at night. It gets so cold, honestly, in the middle of the night. The only thing that helps me is tea, because it just makes me feel warm inside. At this point, my shift is going pretty good. I gave all my medications. I charted already. So it's pretty much just chill time and just going back over whatever notes I didn't get a chance to see. Because initially, coming into your shift, you may not have the time to go in depth into your notes. You just have a little time to briefly look over it. So usually once I'm done with all my work, I go ahead and sit down and I dig deep and dive into each of my patients' notes. Another good thing today, I did not have to float. I was in my original step down unit with 4 patients. Usually your max is 5, but we were having a good night tonight because I had 4 patients and they were good. Now that I'm done making my tea, it's time to sit down, chart, and turn them lights off. That's my favorite part of night shift, honestly, just getting to turn off the lights and just get into your little zone. At this point, it was time to do morning labs. So I went into the supply room and got all my supplies, which are the tubings, my tourniquet, my butterfly, and my vacuum cleaner. Honestly, overall, I had a great shift. I don't know if this was my last 3 of 3, so maybe that's why it was good. But I had to celebrate by getting breakfast in the cafeteria. So this is exactly what I got. My shift is all done, and now it's time to enjoy my 2 days off before coming back to work. As always, don't forget to like this video, comment any questions you have, and make sure you subscribe to my channel to see more videos to come.